Our today's topic is investigative journalism. Here, the students will learn about concerns pertaining to political argumentation in the media. The objective of the session are to understand the difference between news reporting and investigative journalism, to understand the need for investigative journalism, understand the importance of ethics and morals in journalism, and to understand the role of media as a watchdog. This session is for the age group between 14 to 18 years and it will be completed in the 8 to 10 teaching period. The number of participants per group will be 4 to 6 and materials needed for the session are newspaper and online articles, videos, PCs, worksheets. Let us understand the activity now. Firstly, the teacher and students brainstorm about issues they hear being discussed in the media more often and make a list. For example, about economic crisis, corruption or migration. Then they briefly discuss whether what they hear or read is mostly news reporting or whether it goes any deeper than that. The terms news reporting and investigative journalism are briefly introduced to them by the teacher. Then the students are divided into groups and teacher distributes clippings of articles. They are asked to distinguish between articles which simply report on events and those which include some kind of further research and analysis. Further, the students then watch extracts of news programs, for example local or international television, journals or extracts of documentaries, and are asked to discuss whether they have to do more with a day-to-day reporting or with further research and investigation of the topic presented. Moreover, the students are then asked to make a table juxtaposing news covering journalism with investigative journalism based on the information they have so far. Moving forward, with the help of the teacher, the students contact local reporters involved in investigative journalism and interview them in order to learn and understand more about the nature of their job. Then, students are introduced by the teacher to the term of watchdog. They are then divided again in groups and are asked to do some research and come up with the example of stories when the investigative journalism acted as a watchdog in defense of human or political rights and democracy and against corruption or abuse of power. The cases are then presented by each group in a class. Bearing in mind all they have learned, students are asked to come together and evaluate the level of investigative reporting in the country and identify what they consider as obstacles to investigative reporting. In this context, they should be asked to examine and consider the relation some mass media have with different political and economic interests and discuss how much this hinder the independence of investigative journalism on journalism in general. Lastly, each group of students is asked to choose one of the most often discussed issues on the news from the list they have had originally prepared and prepare a list of 10 steps they should follow and dangers they should be aware of in order to carry out the investigative reporting on the subject.